Can you hear me now?
There we go. I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I just kept hitting the mute button thinking I was talking. I don't know.
It's all good, bro. Discord's a fucking beast, man.
Yeah, and I would be on the video call. I'm at work right now and I've got bad signal, so I was like, I'll just leave it at voice. That way it doesn't cut us in and out.
Okay. Okay. You got time though, man? I don't want to cut into
Yeah,
work.
no,
I
I'm
know
in
this
no
is
rush.
important.
Yeah, I'm in no rush, man. Yeah, no, yeah, I just sit here, man. Nothing too serious.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Um
but just to quickly dive into
please.
everything, man. I do say I didn't go back and watch the first bit of your live or whatever. Grower Joe, he hit me up, basement grow show. He hit me up, sent me it, and when I tuned in, I just happened to tune in while you were briefly. I think you had just finished up the my response to it or whatever, and then from that moment right there, I kind of got the just between going back and forth with you and Rob. I see where your head at was in it, and I saw the bigger picture from your perspective as far as like the kids, and I didn't think about that at all. I know because that was never my intention, so I never thought that in depth into it because that was just my never my intentions. And so I thought about it. Wait, well, do I remember verifying when I bought said product? I was like, no, I don't. So damn. No, I do agree with him on that because now kids have access to it, and being illegal states is most likely kids going after these audiences because the whole point of me doing it was like these Zaza YouTubers, they're different from the growers and whatnot. They're not looked at too serious. I'm pretty sure you feel that. Like a lot of those, they're more child-based YouTubers, I guess. That's who a lot of their audiences that cling to them. And so that's where I was like, all right, I'm kind of coming in with a different set of knowledge, different style. I'll try set thing out. And then that's what that all went through. But like I said, I do it looking from here and hearing how you meant it whenever you said what you said. I went and rewatched it, listened to it, and I see how you could, if my initial thing hearing my name, getting mad, hearing that, it's hard to kind of see past the what was said. But from hearing what you said last night, I was like, he didn't mean it the way it sounded when it came off. So we're cool on that end as far as all that goes, brother.
Dusa, bro, like honestly, you're obviously you're a man, bro, and you're a real man, and I can already sense that from you. I deleted that line from the video. I did it last night, almost or this morning, almost as soon as I woke up. Man, I really appreciate you saying that. I honestly don't think that affords me the right to say what I said in the way that I said it. I do feel the way that now you've heard it is exactly how I meant it, but from one creator to another, I think we know that when our audiences watch things,
Exactly.
they don't always hear it, or at least they don't get the context either. And I think I really could have done a better job at framing that sentence. So
Exactly. And that's why I don't, at first my initial reaction, getting upset about it,
you had
I
every
felt
right.
how I felt originally about it. But like you said, as content creators, there's been plenty of times where I said some shit, forgot to edit it out, or I just wasn't thinking like that because that wasn't my intentions, and it just gets taken that way. So I get that 100%, and like I could see past that. Like we're human. I know not everybody can see past that because they're not doing the same thing as us. But from me to you, like I know that feeling. So 100% with you on that because when I posted my response, a lot of people uh were saying things about you which I didn't I'm not here for the shit talk and everything like that. I was just here to justify my side more. I don't really care how everybody else feels. Like I was just here for my side and my piece or whatever. And a lot of people were saying drama this blah blah blah. They spoke on you as well as Rob saying, oh, I don't know, somebody said Jerry Springer. I didn't even get that reference, but I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But I was just so like I was just like, man, this is I was just like, fuck, dude. I was just like, man, like now, like where do we go from here? Whatever. I was like, dude, what the hell? I was because from my perspective, it all started out as silly to me. And me and Grayway, we had a conversation just to let you in on this. It was very hard to get some understanding with him. I'll be honest, it honestly just seemed like I literally responded to him and asked him if he was fucking with me because it seemed as if that was the case. Like he seemed like every time I respond, I was like, did he not read my response? Are you messing with me? Like I'm not arguing with you, brother. I'm like literally trying to get your side. Like I promise you, I'm open ears. Like, I'm here to figure this out. We could be cool. We could be friends, dude. I promise you. I'm a dope person. I like growing weed. You like growing weed. I'm sure we can click on that. And then, that just wasn't, being seen, whatever. And I felt like, but eventually we kind of, after he watched my video, I feel like because I don't do the best typing, and like Rob, he commented and said that you're not that great on social media, so I feel that 100%. I feel you on that because I don't do the best at explaining things. I'm not a great writer, so my video was able to get my point across to Gray, and then he hit me up. He was able to understand and see it where it got misconstrued. He let me know because his whole thing was that I offended him, and that's what set him off. And I've never said anything hurtful to anybody, so that's where I was like so blown out. And I was like, dude, like, so you went on me thinking and I was like, and then he, elaborated on the moment where I offended him, whatever, by calling him goofy, and my response to him was like, "Oh, I apologize. I did call you goofy," and told him to take it up with customer service because, I just posted those THC test results just to like state like, hey, is this weed? Does weed equal weed? Pretty much, right? That's all I was just trying to say. Is this THCa gonna say THC or is it gonna say something different? So then I did that, and then that's how I got looped into it, and then he saw that he circled back and then realized like, hey, I'm sorry, we just had that misunderstanding, whatever. And then I think he started it back up. I'm not too sure. I kind of just like, I don't even know what's going on with that. I thought we were cool. I'm pretty sure we are. I don't know. Somebody told me he started something else back up. I think he's messing with some other people now, but yeah, it was just a whole big thing. It was all silly to me from my perspective, like how it blew up.
I totally agree, man. I totally agree, and I want to apologize because I didn't, quite frankly, I didn't know that you had been involved. I knew about the Mr. THC and the I didn't know about all the controversy that you were being tied into. I didn't know that you were being tied to this product. I didn't know that you were already dealing with a bunch of shit. I had no idea, man. And my intentions weren't to stack that on. And then when my only intention for yesterday's video was to focus on the THCA, and I found his post
100%.
on
And
X.
everything that y'all stated on that, I will tell you, like, I can't think of one thing where I was like, damn, they're fucking wrong about this. Like, I totally agreed on every
Right,
bit of that.
and I admit,
And he
man,
actually gave me a new look on it as well.
right, I agree. And his take on you, it almost as soon as I posted that video, man, I'll admit, I immediately realized I never should have included that. It should have ended because the day before I had posted a video about the bee leaf guy. I don't know if you heard about it. He's assaulting his baby's mom,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
I
that shit is wild for sure.
I posted that video, but I had edited it so that it wasn't so filled with curse words, and I got rid of all the fucks. And people had criticized me because I edited the video, and they said that, oh, you're not putting the whole story out, right?
See the jump,
And then
there's something.
And then so when I had him, when I found this post on X, all I kept thinking in my head was play the whole thing, let the whole clip come out, because it'll just come out. Then people can question it, and it is what it is. Almost immediately, bro.
Okay, and listen, and I will apologize right here as well again. Like I said, I'm thinking, looking at it, I thought it was like I didn't really pay too much attention. I'm telling you, once my name got in, my brain kind of got all fogged
Of
out.
course.
I know that video was posted and you found the video. I'm thinking that was like a in the moment, like a interview type of thing. That's where I was like, damn, he gave him a platform to shit on me. Okay, when you look at it like that, you're literally just commentating on something that was said. I get that 100% now as far as the content goes.
It doesn't. I honestly want to be honest with you, Dusa. It doesn't forgive that I should have like. I appreciate that you can agree with my sentiment about the THCA and the products and to children, but I don't think the connection with you, and I think that's disingenuous and unfair, and I want to be very honest with that. I think that's disingenuous, the way I said that and the way I phrased you in there. And I really, my intention was the exact opposite. When I heard him call your name out, I tried to deflect, bro. I was like, this isn't just Dusa. Because first names that come to mind are Yola, Goblin, and Mr. THC.
And
those are the
first things that come to my mind.
And you are not on that list. You have no reason to be on that list.
Exactly.
So again, like when I heard your name,
hearing you, I saw the deflection. After hearing you say that, I went back and saw the deflection. Like I saw that. Like I saw how it's not just like, so I got it at that point. After hearing it all, then I started to understand. I was like, okay. That's not, it just got taken that way initially, but looking into it, it's not what it is.
God, it's such a relief to hear you say that, man, because
I was just understanding. I was like, I was going back and forth. I tried not to argue. I'm not very big into social media. Like I just, I get on there, I do my posting, and then I just get off. I don't really dive too much in depth until people come and tell me things.
Right,
so when that got brought to me, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, huh? I was like,
Same.
wait, what? Because somebody's like, this guy won't let up. And I was like, what guy? I was like, oh, because I muted the guy because like usually I don't really follow that thing because I realized like, at the moment I was like, a lot of people arguing me because some people started to think it was my brand. I was like, I did a video on something you guys asked me to do. And out of all the controversy, because me personally, outside of the kids thing, now looking into that, I went and deleted all my THC videos because I went to every site and I just went to order and none of them asked for my verification. So that right there, I was like, I can't support that because that's me supporting the fact that kids are able to get their hands on said products, whether it's good, good weed or bad weed or whatever, that does, I don't care. Like I wouldn't, it could be
I
terrible. I could
respect
shit
you,
on
bro.
the video, but it's like I'm still posting it and stuff like that. So I wanted to disassociate myself with that. And then, damn, fucking hot thought, fucking tuned out. But I just seeing all that, and then I was like, I'll delete all these videos or whatever. Like because at the time I also didn't even want to post the because I was sent a product, right?
Right.
He sent me a product which a lot of people thought I was paid for, which I didn't pay for. I stated when I was paid for an affiliate code in the past before any
Mm-hmm.
controversy came or
Mm-hmm.
before anything about THC really got big. I was just finding out about it. It was just starting to hit the scenes. Cookies just started it up and all that. And I saw it as like, oh, content. Let me do some content in this round. It's gonna cross me over into these smoker
Of
platform, get me
course.
out of this grower
I
nerd,
get it.
kind of expand my audience. That's how I looked at it. And then, fast forward, I get another product sent to me. The first one I paid for, this one he wanted to send it to me. I was like, all right, cool, yeah, I'll check it out, whatever. And at the same time, I was in California with High Again and everybody, which to quickly talk about that, they all told me about you and a lot of people hit me up about you after this whole incident. They were like, he's not good with social media. He didn't mean it that way. He's a good dude. A lot of people said that, and I was like, and then as soon as they said that, I was like, I went tune into the live. I was like, no, I do believe that. I was a fan of his. I used to watch his videos. I remember when you were at like 92,000. I remember you were talking about your, going to hit 100K or something like that. And I remember that. I remember there was a video where you first started like you stopped doing the growing and you were in the back. I think you were in a car sitting there talking to the camera, stating how you're not going to grow plants anymore. You're going to do more educational and you're going a different route due to the YouTube restriction and all that. So I remember that. Like I used to watch your videos and stuff before I kind of like just got indulged with like podcasting and whatnot. So, but hearing them talk about that, I was like, no, 100%. That's why I was like, I'm not trying to like. That's why I was like, that's why I want to talk to him. I was like, I just want to talk to him and hear him out. And then just immediately after watching the Twitch, dude, I was just like, okay, I see what this is. I was like, there is no ill will on either side. Like, I was like, it's fairly simple. I was like, we're gonna
It's,
talk, we're gonna figure this out. Like the kumbaya at the end of this.
bro, I like seriously can't wait for us to slap hands and enjoy some sushi and a few beers together, man. Like I'm telling
Brother,
you,
I
there is
fucking love.
no ill will, like I like at all, bro. And like and not even a little bit. And even if we ran with the story as the way it was, I don't care, bro. And it broke my heart, man, when I watched your response video and you broke down how much money you're making from affiliates, how much you're getting from Spider Farmer. Because man, I fucking broke my heart that I made you have to do that. Because you shouldn't have to, man. How much money you're making, how much hustle you, it's not nobody's fucking business, man. And you shouldn't feel bad about making money for the work you put in. And that killed me, bro. That fucking killed me because I know what it's like to share that information, and I don't like sharing that information. I don't like sharing how much money I make. I don't care. I don't think it's important. So when I saw
No,
you doing that,
100%.
man, it hurt me that I had pushed you into this corner. So that I knew that this conversation it had to happen, and I knew that I had to remove whether I believed or whether I stand behind it or whether I continue that line, and how I said it was disingenuous, and it does not represent who I believe you are and who I know your audience knows who you are. So I'm so thankful we had this conversation, man.
And I want to let you know something. Like last night, literally after I hopped off your Twitch, like I couldn't even sleep last night. Like my fucking heart was like beating, bro. Like when I'm sitting there watching Twitch, it's like I think like 11, 12 o'clock my time. Like I'm ready to go to bed, bro. Like, dude, I just from the whole situation, like, dude, I'm just all pumped up, bro. I can't sleep. Fucking got like 3 hours of sleep. I was just all pumped up by this. But literally that night before I went to bed, I was like, man, you know what? I was able to get his attention. That's all I wanted, was to be able to sit down and talk to him. And that's all I cared about. I was just trying to quickly get your attention as fast as I
Of
could so we
course.
could talk about this. Just so I can get that whole thing cleared up with that portion of the video before it got too big. I don't know how big the video is gonna be. It's THCA, it's a big topic. I don't want anybody associating going to, because a few
Of,
people hit me like, oh, you sell weed to you sell weed to kids, whatever. You fucking
no,
pathetic. I'm
that's
like,
not fair,
dude,
man.
no.
No.
So I was like, all right, okay. And then that's why I was like, okay, let me just fucking hurry up. Like, dude, I'm trying to get response. It's hard to get. I did that for Greyway as well because it was hard to get in touch with him. He didn't want to talk to me, and I was just like, dude, listen to me, please. And then that's all that was. But I mean,
I appreciate
I
you,
don't
bro.
think like immediately after we got off that live, I went and deleted that post I made on Instagram, and I was like, the moment we talk tomorrow, I'm telling everybody in my Discord, I'm talking to them like, listen, this is what's going on. We're gonna talk. We're gonna hash it out. And I was like, I'm probably just gonna delete all this shit because I never wanted to post it to begin with. I was like, I don't like this stuff. I don't like people being in my personal life. I feel like I look cheesy. I talk about other people when they get into it. I'm like, damn, dude, grow up. And I was like, here I am in the mix. I was like, and I try to, avoid it as much as I could, but I was like, dude, everybody was just going in on. I
I
was like,
get
bro,
it.
when you feel like your back's against the wall, and I was kind of like, fuck, dude, like
Yeah.
they think I'm rich from this. Like some people are like, oh, dude, all that stuff you got, that grow gear makes sense now. I was like, brother,
They'd have
you
no
don't
idea.
understand.
They have
I
no
pay for
idea.
all of it. And then, but after all that, when I did the breakdown of how much I was making, I was kind of not glad that it happened the way it did, but
Get
it
it off your.
allowed me to sit down there and think about it, really sit there and think about like who I'm trying to be affiliated and sponsored by and whatnot. Like, to be honest, like Spider Farmer being my only, sponsor that pays, other than like all the affiliate codes, which probably make like $50 altogether a month. But, other than them, I was just like, you know what, looking, I was like, okay, let me make sure that I'm aligning myself with companies and like really diving into like, hey, who owns this? What are they like? What are they saying? And I was like, because a lot of that's where it got mixed in, too, because the whole back and forth with Mr. THC and, a lot of things that he said. And I touched on that. I was like, a lot of ego got involved and I didn't support that, So I was like, you know what, let me
And
start looking further into things. And then I told myself as a grower, you know what? I'm done with the THCA. I try to do the reviews. I was like, smoke reviews. I'll just keep growing weed, man. I'm gonna go back to my little corner of the world.
bro, in my opinion, man, you should have every right to still work with those guys, man. I I my opinion in that little snippet in my shouldn't change how you do your job. I think if anything, and I don't want to come off like I'm sitting on a high horse here. If anything, maybe a disclaimer says, "Hey, I don't support this use by kids." But then again, I don't see an issue with promoting THCA. I really don't see an issue. If grown, consenting
No,
adults want to have it, then who are we to say no?
exactly. As we are aware of the whole THC and THC being the same thing, but it's just everything else outside of that. I'm cool with just that portion of it, but like I said, I can't, support the whole ability for a kid to go in there and buy something and, the kids being the main. When I look at the bigger picture of it, that's when it gets serious
I
to me
respect
because,
you for that, homie. I
bro,
respect you,
that
bro.
that 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 that's where when you said that shit, I was like, I did not think of that, and I was like, man, he is totally right about this, and it really had me sitting on it. I was like, man, this is insane. I was like, no matter what I do, I was like, I don't even care to elaborate like just explain to, these companies like, hey, you guys should do this. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to support this at all. I don't feel like, who cares about my input with you guys because I don't even want to like be a part associated with it. Literally, because I did all
I
three of
get it.
those YouTubers that we mentioned in the THCA videos. I did a review on all their products, and I was actually surprised that I mean, the Hella Slumped one, the one I got was actually really good, and I had something like it in California, so I was shocked that it was that good, and I was like, damn, like this is gonna be unbelievable when I drop this video because like it's that good. And then at the same time, another person dropped a video saying the complete
Blank.
opposite, and I was like, wait, like I can't post my video with my credibility, and there's when everybody else is saying the opposite, because now it's gonna look like I'm lying, I'm bot. I was like, hold on, you got to get maybe did you hand pick my batch? I was like that because I had a totally different batch. I looked at numbers. Mine was only less than a month old. Everybody else had old ones. I was like, wait, did you hand pick something specifically for me to get a good review? So that kind of threw me off and gave me a bad taste.
Well, I'm glad we had this conversation, bro.
No, for sure,
I'm
brother.
so thankful for this, and I really want this to be water over a duck's back, man. Like, it's gone.
Exactly,
I'm
brother.
done, man. And I think I don't give a shit about anything you said about on the response video whatsoever. You had every right to say it. It was a knee jerk reaction, and I said on my live stream last night that if someone had insinuated the same that I had insinuated about you, whether they thought it was true or not, I'd still be offended. I'd still be pretty pissed off about it. So yeah, I would probably say some things too, man. And I respect you for it. I respect you for defending yourself. I respect you for having your community's back, your audience's back, because they know you. They know you better than I do, and they know what you stand for, and they knew that this was absurd. So I thank you, man.
And I appreciate you for having this sit down with me, man. It means a lot, honestly.
Of course, man. Of course. Like, this is the start of something big, I think, between you and I.
For sure, brother. And everybody will see we're gonna be together when we're gonna fucking hug it out, man. Like
Yes,
everybody's gonna see
yes, we
because
are.
I feel yeah, I don't have time for hate or dislike of anybody in
No,
my
man.
life, and life's too short to feel that type of way about anybody, man. I believe you're a good dude, and fucking that is what it is. Anybody else could say what they say, but from what I
Don't care.
saw in that quick glimpse, I quickly understood what it was, and I was
Thank
like,
you.
damn, man. After hearing everybody, a lot of people vouch for you. From AC Infinity, people from them, High Again, all these other creators. I was like, no, I do believe he's a good dude. I said, I just feel like this piece was wrong, and that was that. And now me getting to talk to you, man, I'm grateful for that. And I, like you said, brother, I feel like this is the start of something good, man.
I agree. We started this conversation off really fast.
I didn't know if my phone was gonna cut out.
No,
I
it's
just like
okay.
hopped.
I just want to be 100%. I've recorded this whole thing. I will.
Yeah.
I can not post it. I only recorded it just so we could put it out there. If you don't want me to post it, I won't. I can send it to you, and if there's anything
Oh
in
no,
there,
brother. Uh, go ahead and you can go ahead and post it. I told the Gray Way I was trying to do like a little 3-way live or something because that's what when I initially thought it was like an interview. I was like, oh, let's just all hop on a live and discuss our differences and kind of kumbaya. Figured out let live commentary, whatever. So I can anything that was said, I
okay,
stand by it.
okay.
It's out there, brother.
Thank you,
You
thank you.
know,
And
thank you so much.
if you this is totally up to you. But if you wanted to have me on your show to hash this out, I'd be more than willing, bro. If you want to do a 3-way with Gray Way, that's a weird one, but I'd be down if you even want to drag this on anymore. It's good for views.
Yeah, right. For
Um,
sure, brother.
totally
We'll
up to you.
do. We'll figure something. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Maybe hop on a live or something like that. We'll figure something out to where we can
Sure,
come together and just like let everybody see that this is what it is.
it's
Like
done,
I've
baby. It's
already been
done.
stating to my guys,
This is
like
just gonna keep building in
he's a
the.
good dude. After,
People are gonna think we're actually
yeah.
gonna do a boxing match. I know it. They're gonna think so. Someday maybe we should box, bro. We
Oh,
can make a lot of
dude.
money off this.
Oh, brother, we can promote some goofiness, brother.
Dusa, thank you so much,
Hey,
bro.
hey, honestly. Yeah, man, totally, brother. Like I said, I appreciate you, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, brother. We'll
You too,
keep
man.
in touch.
Thank you, homie. I appreciate you. Take care, bro. We'll keep in touch.
All right, thank you.
Peace, bud.